Hello and welcome to my Dragonfly video. So this is the Beetle Ball collab. In this collab we have Nico's dolls, then we have me, the Witch Crafting, we have our host, Heliophobent's dolls, and we have Cinnamon Roll's Left Paw, and we have Lady Lumeris. So today I'll be using a Gigi Grant doll, and this is her. First thing I need to do is cut off her hair.
Yeah, it's very sticky. Also, yes, like something weird.
It is.
Yes, like her hair is kind of in a knot.
Yeah, it was very tangled and messy. This is my lovely assistant. I'll call her Baby Doll. And here I am putting the head into boiling water. I'm hoping it'll loosen up some of the glue, but it doesn't. It's very dry on the inside, but like she said, it was sticky and tangled on the outside. I don't know how that happened, but I had to scrape.
Scraping some more.
Yes.
Scraping a bit more.
Yeah, it was a lot of scraping. I actually sped this up and cut down on how much I had to scrape. And then, yep, finally pulling the little hair plugs out. See, even after being in the water, they look dry. But this is the kind of thing you run into when you're doing OOAK dolls. Here you go. Rubbing it between my hands, trying to loosen it up. There's quite a bit in there. Look at that. There's a lot of little hair plugs that still look dry. But the next part was more fun. Yep, washing her off, getting her clean. Oop, putting her head back on her body. And here we are with acetone, removing her face.
And we are gonna move her hair. She's like gonna have different colored hair.
She will have different colored hair, you're right. Here we are taking her face off. Sometimes it's really hard to get the face off of these dollies. But that's okay. You keep trying. It's all a part of the fun, too. And on her, the hardest part was getting her lips off.
Yeah, it's very hard to get Yaku's lips up.
That's okay, though. We get there in the end. Here we are. You got to kind of bend the face a little bit sometimes. So what I'm making today is a Dragonfly Girl. I've never seen one before, and I thought it would be fun. So what I'm starting with is painting with white acrylic paint. I'm painting the body, which I already lightly sanded so that the paint would stick to it. As it's just a white base coat, I'm going to paint over it. So the idea is to make, this is Heliophobent's dolls collab, and it's like if a bunch of bugs were going to go to a big fancy ball. And I chose Dragonfly because I thought it'd be really cool. I really like dragonflies. Their wings are amazing. And so I have to kind of give her something fancy to wear. And I wanted her to look like as cool as possible. I've never seen anybody do a dragonfly before. So, but I mean, now I know why. But it took me 2 weeks just to figure out how to do the wings. And then this part that I'm painting right now, I did a base coat in white acrylic paint. And then the paint that I go over it with took 6 coats. I had to paint it over the whole doll 6 times. But I feel like the end result is worth it. So here I am just painting everywhere that I'm going to have her painted over. I'm trying to get it as clear and even as possible.
Also, you had to, if you make it even, it could be great.
That's right. Thank you, baby doll. And I decided kind of at the last minute that I wanted to paint her legs as well. Because you see how the doll has these indents in her? I thought that would look really good because of the way a real dragonfly is with the segments of the body and everything. So if I was able to extend the paint all the way down the body, it would kind of highlight that. Instead of trying to cover it up, just work with what you have and make it an asset. So here I am painting all the way down the body. Getting everything covered. Because her skin is kind of a weird medium pink color. And I figured trying to paint anything bright over that would be really difficult. especially like a yellow color, it would make the colors weird. But here she is finished. And these are the paints I'm going to be using. These are neon paints. So, yeah, you can see, see the color of the body compared to the color of the paints. I'm glad I painted over in the white.
Oh, so, yeah, let's start with yellow.
Yeah, we're starting with yellow. And I just wanted to do each of the segments one color to make her, bright and beautiful. And so I'm going through, carefully painting it. Like I said earlier, though, it took 6 coats. It was pretty wild. I kept thinking, okay, this will be the last one. This will be the last one. But no, I had a specific idea of what I wanted in mind. And so I just had to keep painting more coats until I hit that point, until I got what I wanted. But yeah, she turned out pretty in the end, so don't worry. So we're starting with the yellow.
Next, we're going to move on.
Yep, in just a second we'll move on. Ooh.
Oh, next is orange.
That's right, next is orange. I had to experiment with the different paints too, because I wanted something that would glow in the dark. And some paints will claim to glow in the dark, but not show up so well. So I had to try a couple of experiments before I put the paint on my doll, until I found the ones that I felt worked the best. And yeah, I'm just trying to keep it even. Good base coat. I'm really glad I painted that white though, because this orange would look really weird with the pink too. So here we are painting.
Now we move on to pink.
That's right. I actually have 2 pinks. One is like a pink and the other is like a neon pink. And I'm kind of glad. I was a little bit hesitant to use both at first, but I'm glad I did. I think it looks good.
Next, we're going to move on to the neon pink.
That's right. Which color is your favorite?
Put it down in the comments below.
Oh, that's right. I was asking you, baby doll. I like the yellow, and I also like the neon pink.
I like both pinks.
You like both of the pinks?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so here we are painting. Don't worry, I didn't record myself painting 6 coats because it happened over the span of about a week. Because you gotta leave it time to dry, and you also have a life outside of art that you have to go and do. So you come back and you paint on it a little more, and eventually you get what you want. You gotta keep trying, isn't that right?
Yeah.
All right. So I did the right thing with painting down the body, I think. I think it turns out really well. Yep. Ta-da! That's after 6 coats of paint.
Yeah.
It was quite a bit. But look at how good the coverage is. I think it looks pretty good. What do you think?
Yes. Oh, so it glows in the dark.
It does glow in the dark. Isn't that cool? And then it's time to do the body blushing with pastels, soft pastels.
Pastels is like rocks matched up.
That's right. It's great for body blushing, for making your doll look a little bit more alive.
Also, if you didn't use like pastels, then it won't look alive.
That's right. All right, so here we are, blushing the face, and then I'll blush the body as well. Just going with a base pink here. Kind of a darker pink than what her skin is.
Also, even if it's dark, like white, the colors are easy. It's a lot harder to see, but darker colors is a lot easier.
That's true. The darker colors are easier to see.
Than the brighter colors.
Yeah. Also looks good with the neon colors of the paint. It really made it pop. I'm pretty happy I did this.
Also, when you brush them, it's more alive. Like
That's
they're
right.
humans.
That's right, like they're humans.
But you're not. You're bugs.
Yep, they are bugs.
Bugs have your skeleton on the outside.
That's true. I kind of painted her skeleton and made it neon, didn't I?
Yeah,
And here I
but
am blushing her hands.
also, which we're gonna call bones.
Her bones. Isn't it an exoskeleton?
Yeah,
That's right.
exoskeleton. Bugs have your skeleton on the outside. Unlike us humans, we have a skeleton in the inside.
That's true.
We're not adapted to
All
have our
right.
skins out of the outside.
And now, see, I'm using lighter colors. I'm using highlights instead of the dark colors for the lowlights or shadows. I'm just blushing her up.
But.
What's your favorite part of customizing?
But face.
You like the face up?
Uh-huh. You could choose whatever you want.
That's true.
Also, it's also on your permanent.
Yeah, once you spray it, it's permanent. And I have sprayed this, and I'm moving on to her eyes. Now, since she's supposed to be a Dragonfly Girl, I decided to go with just pure black scleras because I associate black eyes with bugs. So I almost didn't because I thought it might look weird, but then she's supposed to be a Dragonfly Girl, so she's going to look weird. So I went ahead and did it, and I'm glad I did.
Now, yes, like, bugs, dragonflies are kind of weird.
They are. They're pretty neat, though. I think real dragonflies are beautiful. I really love their wings. With the iridescent, it's really cool. And there's a wide variety of dragonflies I never knew about until this project came along, and I went and looked around. There's really amazing dragonflies out there in the world. Where we're at, we don't have dragonflies unless you go to a lake or a river, but that's okay.
Yeah, because dragonflies mostly are. I live in America.
Yep. And we do have dragonflies all over America, but I think they're usually near water.
Mm-hmm.
So unless you're near water yourself, you're not going to see many. Oop, and here I am using black acrylic paint to kind of darken the color because I was having a little bit of trouble with my watercolor colored pencils. This turned out to be a good idea, too. I think I figured that since I already had so much paint on her body, I might as well. But that's okay. Takes a lot of time and attention to detail when you're painting on a doll's face. There's people who do, like, the irises and everything just in paint, and that's amazing to me. So much detail, and it's so small.
Yeah, you could see it.
Yeah. There's really amazing doll artists out there, huh?
Yeah, it's almost a lot. Yes, maybe a ton of doll artists.
And they all have such original, beautiful ideas. That's what I love about it.
Like, if you have an original idea, what would it be?
A Dragonfly Girl. I don't think I've ever seen anyone make a dragonfly before. I searched around, I couldn't find one. So I'm hoping this is an original idea. If you've done one before, I'm sorry, I just didn't know. But here we are, painting the other eye. Very careful.
Also, do you know insects have 6 legs?
Ooh, insects have 6 legs?
Uh-huh.
Ooh.
Some do not have 6 legs. Spiders aren't insects.
No, they're arachnids, aren't they?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Some creatures own insects, like birds eat insects.
They do eat insects. That's right. Birds eat insects.
Also,
Even dragonflies.
Also,
Ooh, it was a sunny day. All right, here I am. Oh, I was working on the makeup at this point. I wanted her makeup to glow in the dark too. I wasn't really sure if it would work or if it would be too much of the same colors, but I feel like it was worth it in the end. I'm using a white watercolor colored pencil to kind of put the base down, and then I'll go over it with a fine brush and the same, oh yeah, this is a clear, supposed to be clear, UV light paint, and it's supposed to glow in the dark too. The interesting thing was I wasn't sure as I was painting all of this on that it would show up on the doll. So it was kind of, a guessing game, and I was just hoping as I went. But it turned out well. So here I am painting on the makeup.
next. Also, if you see here, did anyone put in the comment section, tell us, did you see dragonflies before in your life?
Ooh, have you seen a dragonfly? Yeah, please tell us.
We would like to see, although we want to hear stories when you see them.
That's right. That would be amazing. I do wish we had dragonflies because I do think they're so neat. I remember seeing one as a kid, but that was quite a while ago and not anywhere near where I live.
Yeah. Also, yes, as we are living in America, some people use different states like Australia.
That's a different country.
Yeah.
Australian dragonflies. I wonder if they eat people.
That would be creepy.
Well, they have crazy, amazing animals in Australia.
Like what?
All kinds of stuff. I'll have to show you later, okay?
Okay.
They're amazing, though. Like koalas and kangaroos, and some of the bugs are really scary.
Like what?
Like enormous spiders, things like that. Okay, sorry. Here I am. Yeah, I'm using watercolor colored pencils to do her eyebrows.
Ooh.
Yeah. And I am going with multicolored hair. So I want to do multicolored eyebrows. They're kind of hard to see in this light, but that's okay. They'll show up in the end.
Yeah. Like first you had to show up.
Mm-hmm.
If you show up, you can all
Make sure they're even.
Next, if you want to do a unibrow, that could be creepy to me.
Oh. Here we go, using some of the acrylic paint that glows in the dark in the eyebrows so that when she's glowing in the dark, she still has eyebrows. Hopefully.
Tall artists can use a lot of different methods, like having. Also, we're gonna use different colored paints.
That's right.
In the end.
That's right.
Also, so I don't spoil too much. Like dragonflies, I have seen dragonflies on a cartoon called Blue.
Oh. So they do have dragonflies in Australia then.
Yeah.
Ooh. Here we are putting her lips on.
Mm-hmm.
I outlined them with a watercolor colored pencil first.
Then.
And then I'm going to use
acrylic pencil.
acrylic paint, baby doll. That's okay. But yeah, so that her whole face will glow in the dark when we're done. I just want her to be bright and beautiful, even in the dark. Because she is going to a ball, so she needs to look as fancy and beautiful as possible.
Like, if you go into a ball, what would you do at the ball?
Dance.
Dance?
Yep.
Also, tell about in the comment section.
In the comments section, what you would do at a ball? All right. Here we are. It looks like we're coming to the end of our face up.
Also, are you wondering, where do we get the paint? Well, obviously the store.
We did get it at the store. That's right.
Also, you can make paint.
You can make paint.
You just have to combine two colors together to make it.
Oh, you're talking about blending colors. Yeah.
Like blue and yellow make green.
That's right. All right. So here we are moving on to the hair. And this is actually yarn that I took apart. And I was looking for something that would glow in the dark or under UV light. And so I just took my UV light and checked all of my yarn, and this is what I had. And it happens to match perfectly with the paint that I already used on her body. And I actually did this twice. The first time I did her hair, it just didn't work out. I got done and I hated it. So I pulled it all off and started over again.
Yay. Keep trying.
That's right. You got to keep trying sometimes, huh?
To get what you want.
That's right. So here I am. I'm just gluing yarn wefts to her head with hot glue because I was impatient. But you can't tell at the end. So here I am, off screen a little bit, but doing my best.
Yeah.
I decided to kind of mix the colors together a little bit more on my second attempt on this one, because the first time I did it, I just did blocks of solid color and it didn't look good. I thought, since the body was blocks of color, that the hair should be too, but I feel like it looks a lot better when they're kind of intermingled with color. So I started over and that's what I did. And then these are the wings. It took, like I said before, 2 weeks to figure out how to do these wings. And I am really happy with how they turned out because, they're iridescent, they're shiny, they're plastic. I started out trying to do the different UV resin methods that other artists are able to do with such amazing effects. And that was not for me. It did not turn out. I ended up just wasting a bunch of resin. But I did finally come up with these wings. And then I had to figure out how to affix them. But first I'm going to decorate her dress. These are little pearls that I'm gluing on. Because, you just seen the blue light. That's a UV light. So they're UV reactant as well. Mm-hmm. Just gluing them on to kind of add a little bit more detail. A little bit of, decoration. So she looks fancy. Mm-hmm. And then I'm painting her shoes. These are, I think, some cheap shoes that I've had from somewhere. And they actually fit. So I decided, I'm just going to paint them. They were, like a pink originally. And I painted them white and then used the glow-in-the-dark paint over the top of it to kind of bring everything together, make everything glow. And these are reasonable, like if you're going to a ball. I feel like, you could stand in these for a while. I couldn't, but you could. I believe in you. So I'm painting these up to match the rest of her. What do you think of the shoes?
Great.
Are they great? Mm-hmm. All right. So painting these up.
Also, if you're wondering why we were quiet for a minute, because we weren't talking.
We were quiet for a minute because we weren't talking. That's true. So painting the shoes. And then the part I was dreading, attaching the wings. So right here I'm using the glow-in-the-dark paint to mark where the pegs are going to go. These are the wings that I came up with. They're 4 individual wings so that yeah, I attach 2 at a time, 2 for the top, 2 for the bottom. And I'm punching a hole in the plastic.
Be careful to not punch your...
Yeah, get your finger. These are the bottom wings because they're shaped a little bit different. They're a little bit wider. And yeah, see, I learned about these from, I believe, Stitchwick Creations. And it's perfect. They're perfect for making wings. It's like a ball and socket. And I just attached the wings to the outside portion of it. And I used a rubber band. So it goes socket, or it goes ball, and then wing, and then I put a plastic rubber band on the outside of it so that the wings can still move up and down independently of each other. You can have one up, one down. You can have them both up, both down. But I wanted them to be able to actually move like a dragonfly's as much as possible because dragonflies are known for having really amazing wings. So I didn't want to just glue them to the doll's back and have them be stuck there forever. And then this is a tool that I have to say a big thank you to Doug, my husband, who found this for me. It's a little like pen. I don't know. It makes holes. I forget what it's called. I'm not tool savvy, but this was perfect. I've used this so much. It's actually a very handy little tool set. And I was able to just carefully punch holes in the back of the doll. And at first, I started small because I wasn't sure how big of a hole I would need for the little peg. But eventually I get there. And I'm able to just put that peg right directly into the doll's back. And so then it's just like the socket resting between her shoulder blades. And then I can just pop the ball in there. And off I go. But yeah, I was nervous doing this at first because I was afraid I was going to just like go straight through both sides of the doll, like through the back and out the front. But it actually didn't happen that way. These are pretty sturdy. Like the plastic is pretty thick. So, what do you think of the wings, baby doll?
I think they're amazing.
You think they're amazing? Real dragonflies can move their wings in all different ways, like sideways and up and down, and they're amazing. They're like fantastic flyers.
Like, dragonflies are like so special.
They are special.
Also, you can eat mosquitoes.
Yeah, that's cool. Here we go doing the bottom set of wings. I had to do a second separate hole for these wings.
Also, if you're wondering, yes, there is some amazing thing. Other wings, if you want to glue your dragonfly's wings on, like, dragonflies are so special.
They are. And there we go. I popped the ball into the socket, and these are her wings. And this about wraps it up for this collab. Pictures are incoming. Here she is glowing in the dark.
Which
I think is cool.
Beautiful. It's beautiful.
And here she is glowing under black light.
Ooh, a beauty.
Yes. And I did name her Sabrina after my friend who just had a birthday, and she really loved this doll. So I gifted it to her for her birthday. So happy birthday, Sabrina.
Happy birthday, Sabrina.
I would also like to say a special thank you to my beautiful assistant, Baby Doll. I love you, Baby Doll. Thank you so much for watching.
Like, share, subscribe.
Bye.
Bye.